All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show for the adventurous wine drinker. We are Anu and Igor. We're founders of vinousreverie Wine Merchant out in Walnut Creek, California. So our shop, vinousreverie, we specialize in unique and interesting wines
Yes.
from all over the world.
Yes.
So every Friday at 9:30, we have a show to review wine.
Yes. Yes. So
All right.
today, all right. So you're gonna show the
Yeah. Show that one off.
All right. So it's Rioja from Spain. So Rioja is the region. So the wine is Izadi
Yeah.
Selección Rioja 2012.
Okay. So and Tempranillo blend, right? Like all. Tell me about Rioja. It's typically a
Yeah.
Tempranillo type blend.
Tempranillo based wine. Yes. So Tempranillo, it's the number one grown wine in Spain. In fact, it's in 2010. I don't know what the statistics are right now. It was the number four most planted grape in the world.
Okay.
So the Spaniards were planting. They were loving this grape. So it's a deep skinned, a thick skin grape, deep colored,
Uh-huh.
and it's able to age for a long time. So it's got like similar characteristics in terms of the style of the grape, not the wine itself, but style to Cabernet Sauvignon, another thick-skinned, long-aging grape. The one thing that's actually interesting about this wine is Spain is a hot country, so a lot of the grapes get high in alcohol. Grenache is another grape that grows there, and those typically attain 15% alcohol sometimes.
Yeah, it's toasty in Spain. We were there.
Yes, yes. But Tempranillo has the capability of not attaining high alcohol.
Okay.
And it's a wine that's able to the grape that's able to age for a long time.
Okay.
There's a lot of Riojas like from the 1970s right now that are still drinking in their prime. We'll actually gonna have showcase some examples, not of this wine, but we have another Riojas to show in how like how
Okay.
they could
Oh, they're
age.
down there. Okay, good. I was like,
Yes,
where? Where are
yes,
they?
yes.
I didn't see
So
you pull those out.
so you just a little more things about Tempranillo. It's sometimes it could be overripe, which is not good because it kind of loses its freshness and it doesn't become that appetizing. But like Cabernet, it's another grape that loves oak.
Okay, so
So
this, yeah, typically oak flavor
yeah,
similar, right?
oak. Yeah, and they're actually going to talk about Rioja. There's a couple of things to it. There's different styles of Rioja, and then there's different rules to age Rioja. So they kind of follow those rules.
Okay.
All right, so let's talk about a little bit about the region Rioja. We got the cool map.
Yes, we
All
do.
right, let me see, guys. All right, so we got the map of Spain here. North, little red dot, north central Spain. This map right here, this is the actual greater Rioja region, and Rioja is subdivided in three sub-regions. There's the Rioja Alta, and most of the traditional wineries in that region, and I'll describe a little later what traditional means. Rioja Baja, right here in purple, and in orange, Rioja Alavesa.
Okay.
So,
Hope there's not a quiz.
no, it's not a quiz,
Okay.
but you have the Atlantic Ocean, I guess, northwest, and the Ebro River kind of goes right along the Rioja. I don't know if you guys could see the line. Yeah, so the river separates it, and there's the Sierra de Cantabria mountain range right above Rioja Alavesa. So so a little bit overview about each sub-region. Like I was mentioning, the um, Rioja Alta. That's the one where most of the traditional Riojas are. It's a continental climate with a little bit of Atlantic influence. It's actually about 70 miles from the Atlantic. So it's got a nice rainy season. Um, and it's good, it's good because you have kind of hot summers and rainy winters, which is good for the grapes.
Yeah.
You have Rioja Baja, which is closer to the Mediterranean, so it's more of a Mediterranean climate, less rain in that region. And Rioja Alavesa, it's the closest region to the Atlantic Ocean, but as I was showing you, it's covered by the mountain range.
Okay.
So it protects from the strong winds or
Wind.
the strong presence of the Atlantic Ocean. So that's the three regions. And as I was mentioning, Tempranillo is the dominant grape of the region. Over 80% is Tempranillo. About 90% of the wine is red. The
Mm-hmm.
other 10% is about five rosé and five white. So very little whites and rosés. It's a red dominated region.
Okay.
And Rioja is typically it's like a blend, similar to Bordeaux. When you say Bordeaux, frequently it's a Cabernet Sauvignon
Mm-hmm.
based wines, especially the left bank. But there's also other grapes that could be used in it. The same thing here. You have Tempranillo dominates, but you could have Garnacha, you could have Graciano, Mazuelo. So this is a blend,
With
80%,
Graciano, right?
yes,
Yeah.
80-20.
Yeah.
Tempranillo, Graciano.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. And so
Yeah.
I think I don't know if I'm jumping ahead, but
Yeah.
I didn't know this. There's different styles of Rioja, so there's
Yes.
quite a lot of diversity, and each of those styles have different flavor profiles. So there's quite a
Yes.
bit of diversity within Rioja.
Yes, yes. So there's the young style, and the young style is dominated by a lot of black fruit. So it's fruit
Okay.
and tannins because it's not aged for a long time. So the tannins kind of dominate. It's fruity, and it typically you have to drink it young.
Okay.
It kind of loses its flavor after 3 years.
Okay.
So then there's the modern style, and the modern style it's uses he wants to the way I want to describe it, it's frequently compared to Cabernet Sauvignon, let's say from Napa, is they want to show the fruit and they want to show the oak.
Yeah.
So they showcase the fruit and then they use a lot of toasted oak. So it's fruit bomby-ish.
Right. So if you like Napa cabs, you'll probably like a Rioja modern.
Modern style
Yeah.
Rioja, yes.
But this isn't modern, right?
No, this is not.
Okay.
We'll get to this style.
Okay.
So then there's the classic Rioja. Like I was mentioning in Rioja Alta, the classic producers. And here are the two producers as classic as it gets. We have the Lopez de Heredia. This is a Basconia Reserva from them. This is considered a classic producer. And La Rioja Alta.
I love this one.
Yes,
Yes.
Ardanza, another classic producer. They use oak, but they use neutral oak,
Right.
and they age typically they're much longer in neutral oak than the modern style Rioja. You age them in new oak, and the notes are different. Here you have like more flowers. More spices, actually barnyardy in a sense. That's a note that comes off with the modern style, and they kind of meat like I think you mentioned like meat type of flavors.
Yes.
So it's considered classic because when people think of Rioja, that's the
Yeah,
typical
that's
style
what I
that they
like,
think.
yeah.
Yes, yes. So, and then there's the integrated style. It's a little bit of both. They want to use a little bit of oak, but they don't want to like drench it in oak.
Okay.
So they want to showcase the fruit, but make it elegant, like elegant fruit. So
Okay.
this is what we're tasting. So this is Izadi. That's the style that they're trying to do with this particular Rioja.
Okay, so if Rioja Modern and Rioja Classic had a love child, that's
Yes.
Rioja
Yeah.
Integrated. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm silly.
Okay, so that's the styles that they have. The other thing is the aging. So Coseca. So that's a style of wine that requires no aging in of oak. So they could age it, in stainless steel and typically, simple fruit. Drink it
And,
young.
and I said it's carbonic, so it's got a little fizz in it. Is that true or
Come,
no?
come on, it's a style that's frequently associated with Beaujolais. Beaujolais, a lot of the Beaujolais wines are in carbonic maceration.
Okay.
So then there's the Crianza. So Crianza has a rule. So for Crianza, there's minimums. It has to be minimum 1 year in the oak and minimum 1 year in the bottle before it's released into the marketplace.
Okay.
Reservas, minimum 1 year in the oak, minimum 2 years in the bottle before it's being released. And Grand Reservas, minimum 2 years in a bottle and 3 years in 2 years in oak
Barrel.
and 3 years in the bottle. So,
So-
5 years before they get released.
Okay, and generally, so this is a reserva, right? But
Yeah.
I'm assuming as you go up, they have a higher reputation.
Yeah, so this sees 16 months, so a little over a year, so it classifies for Reserva. It doesn't say Reserva Selección, it's like a special one, but it's technically a Reserva. And just to, once again, let me go back to the other two reservas that we have. So both of the producers that we showcase of the traditional style reservas. And as I was mentioning, those rules are the minimum rules. It's not the rules that you have to follow. But actually, a lot of the producers, especially the modern producers, they follow kind of the minimum requirements before they release into the marketplace.
Okay.
These two classic producers, they release to the marketplace when they think the wine is that it's primed to start drinking. So they hold it back to them. So these are the two wines that just hit the marketplace. The Ardanza is a 2012. So and it's a reserve. It's not even a Grand Reserve. So if you think about it, if it was 2017, 1 year and 2 years, they could have been a reserve hitting the marketplace. But they held it back 5 years before they hit the marketplace. And Lopez de Heredia, well, this is '08, and this literally just hit the marketplace weeks ago. They were on '07, and '08 just came out in the U.S. anyway. It probably came out earlier in Spain. So once again, it's a wine that's 13 years old,
Yeah.
a reserve, and it just hit the
I
marketplace.
want to
So,
try it.
yeah, so they were aging it. Yeah, so these are the two classic reserves. When people think of reserves, it's La Rioja Alta and Lopez de Heredia.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah, so Izadi, we have like so Izadi is located in Rioja Alavesa, back to the map. So that's the one closest to the Atlantic Ocean and the mountain range. And there's like a little map there. There's three cities that it's surrounded by. I wrote them down: Villabuena, Samaniego, and Abalos. And actually, they form a triangle.
I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a little itty bitty triangle on the
Yeah.
bottom.
Yeah, there's like a little black
It's pretty
triangle.
cute, but yeah,
they're
it's
trying
hard
to
to
show
see.
Yes. So they're not officially certified organic, but they use organic practices to grow grapes. So they try to be
And sustainable
conscious.
practices,
Sustainable
yeah.
practices. Yeah, and so it's owned by a family. I think I did a little research about the family.
Yeah, it's owned by the Anton family. They founded it basically in 1987, and they come from the restaurant business.
Yes.
Michelin star,
Yes.
great reputation.
Yes.
So, and apparently they created the winery because they wanted to meet the needs of their friends over a meal. So
Yeah.
very food oriented. So, and let's go ahead and pour it, and we can.
Yeah, we haven't even tasted it yet. We gotta
Well,
get so much
I always
oh,
taste it
well,
in advance.
Well,
I
let
don't
us
like
know your
to
notes.
wait
Yes.
for the live appearance.
I had feedback today from a customer who already liked it, so somebody tasted before us. They couldn't wait. So.
Okay. Well, I think that this is a very easy to like wine. It's got a little spice, some oak. It's got like some dark fruit, like maybe
Oh, yeah.
blackberry-ish, cherry-ish fruit,
Yeah.
and some tobacco flavors, and then earthy notes.
Yes.
I'm laughing because somebody was making fun of me for making fun of the earthy note category because it seems a bit vague, but it's a really great wine.
Yeah,
Easy to like.
And this is 2012, but this wine's been in the marketplace for several years, so it's not like it's just been released. But you can see how beautifully it ages. 9 years old in its prime. The fruit is right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you could have this with like game, sausage, steak, like very meaty. I think that would go,
Slight
best with
smokiness,
it.
that's what
Yeah,
we're
some
looking for.
smoke for it. Very nice. Or paella, since you're in Spain.
I think California drinker will like a wine
Yeah,
like this.
it's very easy. So
Nice
if you like
food, yes.
California wine, this is a good entry.
Yes. Yeah, so I think that was a pretty cool overview. Did you look? Did you mention some of the pairings that are pretty good with Tempranillo?
Yeah, I kind of mentioned that I thought meat would be great.
Yes.
So like duck or steak, it's very meaty and savory wine, so I think that would go great. Or paella, I think would go well with this wine.
Yeah, and the one thing I read about it because is actually it's not a good pairing for acidic type of dishes. So a lot of pasta dishes with tomatoes, it's not a great pairing. So sometimes you're saying what are the best pairing, but here it's actually if you guys are thinking of doing something like a pasta with tomatoes, maybe you go with the classic like a Barbera or Sangiovese because Tempranillo is actually not a typical pairing for that.
Is that because it's not much more oaky and fruity as opposed to acid structure?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
in wines.
yes,
So if you're
yes.
looking for tomato pasta dishes, you
Yes.
have to look for acid structure.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, this is a great wine. I mean, pretty great price point, 91 points, Robert Parker.
Yes.
That's just easy to like.
And drinking beautifully right now.
Yeah.
fruit, like silky tannins. Nothing's overpowering, just a beautiful wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome. Well, I think before we go though, we want to do a little
Oh, we
kind
always do promotions.
of
Yeah.
self promotion. Yeah, we were promoting a hat a couple of weeks ago. So our little one, he's got inspired by Captain Underpants to do comic books. So he's got a comic book about the Infinity Man.
Yeah, he
Uh,
made up a superhero.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So he's already wrote several episodes. He's got Infinity Man versus the Policeman, Infinity Man versus Fireman.
Very thrilling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is an instant classic. Infinity Man versus Pete. And you guys, I mean, the line here.
You're gonna be.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
This is going to be a catchy line that everybody would love. This is when Infinity Man says, "Sorry for the potty humor." You got, I mean, this is
That's his
amazing.
comeback line at the end.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. So, sorry guys, if you want to purchase it, 50 cents per comic book.
Wow,
So,
what a bargain, you guys.
Yes.
We've got a bargain wine and some bargain comics. So.
Yes, yes. So promotion of genius.
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us. Once again, we are Igor and Anu, the owners and founders of Vinous Reverie Wine Merchant out in Walnut Creek, California. So hopefully you'll join us next week for our next wine tasting review.
And
Take care.
remember, guys, drink different. Okay,
All right.
Bye.
Bye.